Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Goat Locker Racing 75 here from Lanier National Speedway. We're here tonight with Magic Manzo's Street Stock Series, and little third mile track, a little cool out there this evening, 65 degrees, and these Street Stocks cars are getting fired up and ready for what should be a really fun night of some short track racing, Jamie.
Absolutely. We got an awesome little short track up in Georgia. All the late models, super lates, even ARCA runs on this track, which is quite a handful in those cars. So these people should be familiar with this track. It'd be fun to watch these these street stocks run around here. Practice looks like they were pretty drivable, some beating and banging, but everybody was able to hold on to them. And so we should be in for a good show here tonight. And hopefully, we'll have a good race, and we'll get to hear from the Lanford Fanatics or Lanford Nation. Sorry, that's the name that they've come up with themselves. So hopefully we'll hear from them in our chats, and looking forward to it tonight.
The Lanford Nation. I love it. I absolutely love it. But you're right, Jamie. I mean, watching practice here a little bit earlier, these cars really seem to have a lot of grip in them. A lot of times when you come to some of these short tracks, we're watching guys, struggle with getting that rear grip in these cars and really being able to power off these corners. But I mean, it's almost like you're constantly turning at this track. And
Mm,
so it really seemed, like there wasn't a whole lot of car control issues. So I expect, like you were saying, some great racing. Not a lot of car control issues, and definitely going to be some beating and banging. I mean, it's a third mile track, but it should provide for some just awesome racing here tonight
absolutely.
as we're getting ready to qualifying is wrapping up here for this evening, and we'll get ready to bring up our starting grid. And starting from the pole this evening is going to be Cody Bame and that number 78. And we've seen him week in and week out be very strong in this series. And good to see him grab the pole here this evening. So congratulations to him and that team on a great showing thus far. And we'll have to see how the race goes for him. Starting in second is going to be Sam Wetstein in that number 98. And then Zach Kistler in that number 15 is going to be starting in third. Starting in fourth is going to be Travis Bieber in that 114. And then starting in fifth is going to be Tyler Rice in that number 6 from Oval Addicts. Starting in sixth is going to be Kyle Robertson at number 35. And then starting in seventh is going to be Michael Minez in the 30. And I think this is the first time we've seen him out on the track. Starting in eighth is going to be Charlie Gates in that number 55. Starting in ninth is going to be Dave Jones in that number 10, Goat Locker entry car. And starting in 10th is going to be Phil the Hitman Manzo in that number 44.
All right, starting 11th, we got the 68 of Keith Lichtenwalner. Starting at his outside 12th is the number 39 of Mikey Keller. Starting 13th, the number 9, Mike Vaith. 14, number 25 of Colton Lanford. 15th is number 77 of Magic Mike Aribe. Starting 16th is the 46 of William Baker. And rounding out the field tonight is the 111 of Gene Watkinson as the green flag is out and Cody Bame gets a great start. Clear Sam Wetstein heading down into one.
Great start to this race so far. Expect a lot of really great. But Cody Bam, as you said, in that number 78, out to the blue, and I'm hearing all kinds of wrecking in the background. Seems like Mickey Keller and Gene Watkinson is wrecked, and we'll have to bring it up here and see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like Phil Hitman Manzo was caught up in that as well.
So we're looking.
He's like caught the tail end of it. So
Oh, as Mike Aribe gets really, really loose there, tries to correct it, and that's when it ends up getting it into Gene Watkinson and that number 39 car there. So, of Mickey Keller. So, again, it just looks like Magic gets a little bit loose there, overcorrects it, and collects up a couple cars in the back. So, not the greatest of starts here this evening, but not really that unusual. I mean, again, we talk about it week in and week out. These guys get out here on the track under race conditions, and you're just trying to feel a couple things out. One of the things I've always noticed about these street stock cars is, they don't have, I'm just going to call it like a racing suspension. You get these cars, really turned or yawed out one direction or another, the body really wants to roll, almost picking the tires up off the ground, and it kind of looks like that's what happened. The magic there is that he tried to correct it back, and I mean these cars just don't have the suspension to do stuff like that.
Right. You can definitely see the lean in these cars when they go through the corner. They really get down on that right front, the left side. Uh, looks old school, almost like that left side, left front tires up off the racing surface is just going through the corner. It's pretty cool to watch and very got to be a handful to drive.
It sure does. We are back under green here. We've completed 6 laps thus far of our scheduled 75 and the Goat Locker Racing 75. And Cody Bam jumps out to a really Bam. We'll get it right one of these days. Jumps out to a pretty good lead there. Sam Wetz. Oh, the 15's around.
He had help. Looked like he had help from that 114 of Travis Bieber.
Take a look
Could
here.
be wrong on that number.
As the 15 gets down in the corner and the 114, yep, just powers that car up before the 15 even gets a chance to get going. And a lot of cars get tangled up there in the accordion effect. So, a little aggressive driving here this evening, and we're back under a caution again. Well, Jamie, I said it should be a pretty quick evening tonight with 75 laps at a third-mile track, but these boys might be out to prove us wrong.
They'll get it settled down.
They always do. But again, just some hard racing here, and I think some of these guys probably realize as well. This is, the Street Stock Series. They always have 75s. So it's 75 laps at whatever track they're at. In a place like USA International, I mean that's a little bit longer of a race. But here at Lanier National Speedway, that's not a long race, and that's not a whole lot of time. If you had a bad qualifying effort or you're coming up through the field, you don't have a whole lot of time to do that. So you're going to see some of these guys, I think, make some aggressive moves and really try to pick up spots where they can.
Right, and you're right. It's not a lot of time. That 75 laps around this place is going to go by in a hurry. But I can tell you what you're not doing under caution, and that's passing people. So if you are in the back, didn't get a good qualifying spot, you want this thing to stay green, so you can make your way up through the field and have a chance. Because if it just does this, you're going to be in the back and stay in the back, unless you just make your way up through attrition.
That's a very good point. I mean, the one thing you're definitely not doing under caution is passing people. So, going to have to get a few things sorted out here and make sure that we can get some green flag racing in. Cody Bame is going to have control of this race one more time here with Sam Wedd signed to his outside. And Michael Menes is going to be starting in third, up 4 spots already.
Good start again by Cody Bame.
Yeah, he is definitely getting these restarts timed correctly and getting a good launch off the bottom. And Sam Wetstein also gets a great launch as well.
Got spinner again. 46 turnaround. Again, looks like he had help.
Go back and take a look at William Baker here.
And Mike Uribe wrecks under caution. Collect somebody else up with that. Got a lot going on around here.
Oh, and the 46 just gets tagged by the 44 of Phil the Hitman Manzo. Turns him around, and that is what brings out the latest caution here. So that Bandit car not looking too good, parked on the backstretch there. As he gets it straight back out and is back underway, and we'll take a look what happened to Magic Mike under caution here. So you see the wreck happening behind them. Guys head down into 1 and 2 here. Caution flag is out. Not really sure what happened there, Jamie. He kind of hangs a hard right for some reason, and we'll go back and take a look at it one more time. That is just, I think he gets into that corner really hot, and that car starts to come around on him. And we can see it here as that car continues to come around on him. He is chasing it down the track. So I think he got into that corner a little bit hot, and there you go. You can see that suspension. I mean, it lifts the right rear off the ground. Right rear still off the ground, and poor Travis Bieber and a couple cars are just, yeah, there are body parts everywhere now.
Car body parts.
Right. To be clarified, nobody got ejected from their cars or anything like that. So all the little iRacing guys behind the wheels are just fine. but tough break there. As it looks like, I mean, Magic's just struggling here this evening with some car control issues for sure.
And I brought it up about at the beginning, talking about how watching them in practice, it looked like they were, able to race and had everything under control. And Magic Mike was one of those guys that was out there being very racy tonight. So really surprised to see the start that we've seen tonight. Hopefully it'll get settled down. Like the lights are off on the pace car, so we should be going back to racing here. Garrett Kinder, doing a fine job of race control, has set this back to single file restarts.
And we are back underway here as Michael Nenez now takes a look underneath Sam Wetstein, but Sam Wetstein is able to keep that spot. And Cody Boehm is out to a good little lead here already. He is really getting these restarts down well. Continue to watch the cars lap around here. Cody Boehm is continuing to pull away. He is laying down some pretty fast laps right now. He is now out to over 0.7 of a second lead, only a couple of laps into this run here. So some of these cars are going to have to figure out exactly what they're going to need to do to catch up to him, as he is looking awful strongly here this evening at Lanier.
Well, if Sam Wetstein can back up his practice times that he was running, he should have a chance here to reel Cody back in.
Yeah, Sam looked real strong there in practice. Caution is back out. We'll try to see what happens here. It looked like it said Charlie Gates had entered pit lane, so maybe that's got something to do with it. Oh, and the 55 car comes around and then tows back to the pit lane, it looks like. We'll have to rewind that here a little bit to see if we can see if we got any help there, or if it's just a matter of him losing control of it. As we watch it here, now he is gonna get a little help from netcode there, as the 15 car was underneath him. They never really make contact there, but netcode strikes again, Jamie.
That's always a tough one.
It is, and when you're behind the wheel of that car and something like that happens, you don't know. All you know is there was a car underneath you, and you're now turned around backwards. So you're just as mad as you could be, thinking you just got dumped.
Yep, absolutely. And then you go back and watch replay later after you've probably screamed and hollered and cussed them out 20 times. Then you see, oh, it really wasn't anybody's fault.
Yeah. Whoops. Not that you're going to go back and apologize for cussing the guy out, because he may or may not have heard you, but yeah, whoops. A lot of good racing here this evening thus far. For the Langford gang, Langford clan, what are we calling them?
I've
lost it.
The Lanford Nation.
Lanford Nation, thank you.
Yeah.
I was eventually going to get there at some point. But Colton's up 7 spots now. He's up into the 7th position in that number 25 car. So having himself a pretty good evening. Continues to work his way up through the fields. We take a look at Davy Jones in that delicious-looking White Castle number 10 car. Up 3 spots from where he started. So again, another car having himself a real good evening. Magic Mike, through all his troubles and issues, and I believe we can see the radiator of that car. Yep, and green flag is back out, and we go back up front, and Cody Boehm once again gets a good start. Sam Wetstein able to hold there a little bit with him, but he's going to come up on the 15 real quick there. Not sure what happened to the 15,
I hope I hope that 15 was just late getting out of the pits and the race got started. I hope he's not stalking somebody right now, because that would probably not be in his best interest if he was to do something like that.
He's pretty much staying out of everybody's way here, so we'll kind of keep an eye as he's settled back in around that 5th, 6th, and 7th spot here, as we're seeing a couple cars kind of dice it up here. We'll take a look at how Colton Lanford's trying to work his way up through the field as he is underneath the 35 of Kyle Roberts right now. And now ducks underneath the 15. And I don't know, that 15 just really looks like he is having a tough time with this car here tonight. Kyle Roberts has now moved his way underneath him, and next car will be Travis Beaver. And Davy Jones is down on the inside wall in the backstretch.
Oh, no.
And he is still sitting there right now. Not sure why the caution flag has not flown as of yet, as we've got a car parked on the backstretch, and he's trying to back it up and stay out of everybody's way. But and there is the caution. That's a tough break because he is going to go a lap down after having himself a pretty decent evening here thus far. Going to have to battle his way back up through the field again. Zach Kessler is still, I'm not sure. These cars are trying to sort out where they're supposed to be in the running order. I do see a couple cars that are coming down pit road here. So we'll have to see. As we continue to kind of watch here a little bit, we'll take a look. We'll head back up.
Seems like it's taking the pace car quite a while to get out onto the track. It just now has gotten out. Now Cody Bame can bring the field up to it, but it looked like it was running around the inside wall there for a couple laps before it finally made its way onto the track.
That's a bad night when the pace car driver gets confused.
Yeah.
That's going to make for a long night. But we are 38 laps into our scheduled 75 here this evening at Goat Locker Racing 75. This is the Magic Manzo Street Stock Series. Comes to you every Monday night here at 9 o'clock. This is the halfway point of the season. 5 races into it. 5 races left to go, and I'm assuming they'll take a small break. And then this series is going to swap over to the Legends cars, Jamie.
Nice. I'm really looking forward to that. Legends cars are always fun to drive. Should be fun to watch.
Yeah, that should be a blast. And they'll get to go to some pretty unique tracks as well for those Legend cars. It'll be a lot of fun here. Been really enjoying the street stocks as well. These guys get out here and really wheel it, and usually put on a dang good show. And pace cars off. We're back to double file restarts here. And Cody Bame again gets a great start, and that'll be the 98-30 battling it out for second place.
And here comes Colton Lanford in that 25 car.
Yes, he does. Oh my goodness, he slides it up into third place.
Yep. Wow. Keeps it off the wall too.
But he is our biggest mover of the race thus far, up 11 spots now from his starting position. So that bad qualifying effort definitely, and Magic Mike hits the barrels going down onto pit road. So the woes continue for him. I'm sure at this point in time, Magic's probably like, look, man, just leave me alone.
Stop talking about me.
Yeah, keep the camera off me. Just leave me alone. Tough night, man. But Colton Lanford now has moved himself up into second place. Oh, Sam Westheim gets into the back of the 30. Mike Vaith gets into the side of him as they are turned around sideways, and we are back under caution.
And the Sam Wetstein front row curse continues.
Yeah, we'll go back again and we'll take a look at it here. But as they come off the corner, everything's fine. They get a little stacked up, and yep, as they head off into turn one, it's just bad news there. And we'll take a look at it from a different camera angle here. But you're going to see that I think Sam just gets in there a little. It looks almost like Sam's trying to make the corner, and the 30 really comes down. And the 2 connect there, and, well, as you can see, I mean, it's tandem sliding from that point forward, and Sam tries to get that car woed up, and you'll see Mike Vaith come along and not really have anywhere to go, and tags him in the rear. So tough break there, but it looked like one of those racing deals and two cars fighting for the same position, just trying to make up some ground.
Well, we're now closing in on 50 laps. So even with all of these cautions, we've still rattled these laps off pretty quickly here tonight. So by the time they get back to racing, we'll have about 25 laps to go to settle this thing. And Colton Lanford has brought that 25 car all the way up into second place, and we'll see if he's got anything for Cody Bame.
That's going to be interesting to see. I mean, obviously, Colton here this evening in the number 25 has got a fast machine. You don't move up through the field like he's moved up through the field. Definitely seen him take some some great moves, passing cars as he's coming up through. So, real challenge now is he's got anything for that 78 car. So we've got 11 cars now on the lead lap. As Dave Jones is back on the lead lap after getting the lucky dog there. So these guys will line it up 2 by 2 one more time here. And we're going to go back racing with 25 laps to go.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, Cody Bame got out to a big lead last time, but Colton had to work his way through some cars to get to the second place spot. So we'll see now that he's got a clean shot at Cody if he can hang in there.
But now he's under fire from Travis Beaver in that 114 as he did not get the greatest of restarts here. And now the 114 is almost cleared him. It's cleared him now. And we're going to see if Travis has got anything for the 78 cars. He clears Colton. It moves that 114 up into second place.
Colton seems to be having a little bit of connection issues. I've seen him blink out a couple times, and that's definitely got to make people feel uncomfortable as close as these guys are racing each other.
Yeah, that's another tough thing about iRacing. Oh.
Okay. Alex Vaith, or no, I'm sorry, Mike Vaith had some issues there, pretty much kind of right in front of the leader, but everybody's able to get around him.
That's really going to... Oh, it's Travis Beaver.
Is off the wall.
And he's got a right front tire that is down, it looks like. He collects it back up. I mean, that car was throwing all kinds of sparks there, but apparently the right front is not down. And he continues on there, but I really think that Mike Vaith, you know, staying right there where he did, really messed up that second, third place car there a little bit. But Mike's, you know, fighting for his life to stay on the lead lap.
We have 19 laps to go here in the Goat Locker Racing 75. I'm not sure what's going on there with the 9 car right now.
Yeah, I'm not really.
I mean, he's made a couple moves that I'm definitely going to question a little bit here and keep the 114 from getting by him. You know, you've already gone the lap down. There's no reason to hold up everybody else too.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's tough, and I think I definitely think Travis had something for our leader up there. But ooh, as he gets a little high, the two cars are going to come together, and the 114 is able to get by Mike Vaith finally. But I'm just going to hold my breath here for a second. That's some hard racing for a car that's a lap down at this point in time. But everybody runs their own race, and you know, we'll let the admin sort the rest of it out. But
Yeah.
Not real sure what that 9 car is doing, and I really think he, I don't know, affected the outcome of this race. But we'll see. You know, Travis Beaver, you know, we got 15 laps here to go, and you never know how the race is going to turn itself out there a little bit. But sometimes you hope when you get up through that lap traffic or you approach somebody that give you a little bit of room, but it didn't happen that time around. Now Cody Bame is out to a 1.3 second lead right now.
Yeah, as he makes his way around the lap car of Charlie Gates. Oh,
Jesus.
46 and let the
39.
39 and Mikey Keller get together right in front of him, but luckily everybody keeps going.
As 39's having a little bit of connection issue as well. We see him blink there a little bit. And I know Cody Boehm doesn't want to see any of this right now. He just wants to be able to work his way around these cars. And as the 44 is up into the wall, or not the 40, one of those cars, the 46, is up into the wall right now. And Cody Boehm makes himself around the 11 car there. And so we continue on as Travis Beaver, that 114, continues to try to work his way up here. Again, laps are winding down.
Side of 10 laps to go here, and to finish this one off. Travis Beaver has cleared the lap traffic, and he has knocked into the lead a little bit on Cody Boehm. He's within a second.
Yeah, he's, as they fought through there, he has definitely picked up some time on our leader, and looks to be about a tenth or so quicker. But they both got clean air at this point in time, so we'll have to see. But I think it's going to be a little bit too little, a little too late here. These laps are going to click off very, very quickly here. We have 7 laps to go here in the Goat Locker Racing 75 in the Magic Monza Street Stock Series. Been a good race here tonight at Lanier National Speedway. Definitely had our fair share of cautions, and we, as I say, caution, it comes out, and Mike Vaith has crashed. We'll take a look at what happened with him.
And we are going to ban Brandon Wallace from chat.
As the 9 car gets loose and crashes it on the backstretch there, that brings out our latest caution. And what is Brandon doing now?
Well, Brandon Wallace, he was, pulling for Sam Wetstein, and no sooner did he call it out than Sam had his issues and continued his front row curse. And then Brandon has to question, can this go all the way green? And no sooner does he say it, and the caution comes out.
So Brandon's the problem. Okay.
Brandon is the problem.
Well, it's not really surprising. He's normally the problem on the track as well. Not a real skilled driver. Usually a little bit of a hazard when we're out there with him, but he makes us laugh, so we hang out with him. But obviously not real skilled in the chat room as well either. So I don't know. Brandon, go back to eating crayons.
Brandon, you don't talk about these things, man. Some things are just spoken.
So we're going to finish this thing under green light checker conditions here. And this is going to bunch him right back up. So guys like Travis Beaver and Colton Lanford are going to get another shot here at that 78 car. But it is going to be really, really difficult with, that 78 car being able to control the restart, and has done a phenomenal job all night long of getting into that restart zone and being able to launch. And he's mixed it up a little bit of where he actually takes off at, so we'll have to see what he does this time around. But the 114 and the 25 are going to have about 2 laps to try to get this done, so they're going to need to have some phenomenal restarts.
And my guess is 25 is going to get a good restart along with Cody, and they'll end up 114 and 25 will be fighting over for second place. But the 114 gets a really good start, so
he does. He clears him.
Yeah.
And he sends it down into the corner.
There. He is there.
We're going to have to see. He's got one more lap to try it. We're on the final lap here. He's going to have one set of corners, tries to get a good launch off at 2. And is going to have to send it down into 3 and 4 if he's got any shot at. He tries.
Right up to the bumper.
Yep. But just can't get there. And our winner tonight is going to be Cody Boehm.
Wow. Wow, that was. The 46 is up in the wall and is sending parts all over the track.
But, he's in the wall. His front bumper is down on the inside.
That really turned out for a great finish there. Travis Beaver made sure Cody Boehm knew he was there and was in this race. Made him work for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's all you can do is you hope that the leader there makes a little bit of a mistake, or you drive the car in a little bit deeper trying to get him to make a mistake. But A lot of great racing up front all night long. And, man, that 78 car from the drop of the green flag to taking home the win was the dominant car here this evening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yep. And we always enjoy watching the crash-up derby that ensues afterwards, and especially in these street stocks because car parts start going everywhere and tires start hanging off. It becomes pretty entertaining. As they are not done yet, as Kyle Roberts decides to come up and give him a congratulatory smash in the side. And now we see him dragging the left front tire off the track. You gotta love the damage model. Radiator hanging out the front of that car, but he's still going. Race is over, Cody. You can go ahead and bring it home. No need to do any more laps. He's going to come up and say hi to Kyle just for fun. It looks like, and they're going to continue. Oh, and they're going to yep. And there goes Sam.
That left front was locked up.
Oh yeah, yep. Oh, yeah, he was dragging
cool.
it.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
All right, as these boys, I think, are done playing at this point in time. We can go grab Cody and talk to our race winner. Hey, Cody, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
I'm good, man. I didn't know if you were ever going to get done playing Crash Up Derby there so we could actually interview you, but looks like you were having a blast there. But, man, dominant race here this evening. Led every single lap from the drop of the green flag to the checker. So what was it about this racetrack, about Lanier National, that really clicked with you and allowed you to go out there and dominate like you did tonight?
I just got good restarts, and then it seemed like before anybody could really catch me, there was a caution, and I don't know. I was just kind of just easing it around for a little while until we got those green flag runs, and then you know, I was really hammering it down. I think I used a lot of my tires up there in that green flag run, and I forget who finished second, but I mean, Travis, he finished second, and he was gonna a couple more laps, and he would have been able to get to my bumper and move me out of the way, I think. But it's a good race.
Yeah, Cody, another strong run for you, man. Congratulations on that win. I was just getting ready to ask you, Travis Bieber was definitely getting close there on that green-white checker finish. Were you feeling that pressure?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was definitely backing up the corners a little bit more and kind of had my foot on the brake in case things got a little bit hairy, but thankfully they didn't. But I mean, I think if we had a couple more laps, and you know, it's short track racing, he has every right to, you know, if he's faster than me, it's for the win, move me out of the way, and you know, that would have been, you know, it's all fair. But I was definitely waiting for it.
Brace for shock. All right, Cody, man, again, congratulations on that win. Seems like we're saying that every week, but anybody you need to thank, shout out, sponsors?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Magic Mike and Hitman and Original Rebels that you know, run this league, and you guys for doing a great job of broadcasting. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations on another great win here this evening, man. Get out there and celebrate, brother, and hopefully we talk to you again here soon.
Hell yeah, see you guys. Hope to see you guys Wednesday.
Sounds good, man.
All right, man. See you
Yeah,
guys.
he talks about Wednesdays. He is definitely strong in those Tour modified cars as well. We see him week in and week out up there battling, and this Wednesday coming up is the season finale for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it is at Five Flags.
That's right, at Five Flags.
That's right.
That is correct. So let's grab our second place finisher of Travis Beaver and talk to him. Hey, Travis, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy? Hey, Travis. Oh, he just bounced. He's like, I don't want to talk to you guys. What's up with that?
I don't know. Is he Kyle Bushing us?
I don't know what he's doing. Hey, I got to give Kyle Busch a lot of credit, man. I mean, if you watched his interview, for the first time in his life, he held a lot back.
He didn't hold anything back from that pace car, from what I heard.
No, he did not. Can't really blame him on that one. Yeah. All right, let's try this again with Travis. Hey, Travis, Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy? I don't think Travis wants to talk to us, Jamie.
Dude, there we go. Now I got you guys.
I didn't think you liked us. I'm like, man, I brought you in the booth. You left the booth. And I'm like, he don't want to be interviewed.
I was telling Cody, good job.
Well, a great
So-
race for you here this evening in that 114 car. Little up and down, and really, I thought you had something there for Cody at the end of that race. So take me through your race and how you brought it home in second place, brother.
Yeah, no, it was good. Good run for sure. So I had a few good runs with you guys so far, but never seen the pan out at the end. So now it ended up good tonight. Got caught up at the start. My own fault. I drove into the back of, I think, the 15. Went to the back. Got in another. I got in a crash under caution. Had to fix the car. And the single file starts helped me because it kind of spread everybody out and I could pass and get up through. And then I thought I had some for Cody too, and I'm not sure who it was, but the one lap car got in between us there and just kind of held me up enough that he got away. And I think if it would have stayed green, I was better as the laps went on. To run 2 laps there at the end, that's I don't know, that's tough. So.
Yeah, Travis, man, congratulations on a second place finish. Good solid run tonight. Yeah, definitely. We saw you coming there. That long, we'll call it long, the one run we did get. The lap traffic definitely saw that coming to play. But also in the lap traffic, we saw you make up a big chunk of time on Cody right before that caution had come out. When you had your shot there on a green-white checkered, if you had gotten to his bumper, were you going to move him?
If I could have done it clean, sure. But I wasn't gonna, drop kick him coming out of the turn there and, leave him sitting backwards on the front stretch. I don't, I've raced myself and I never wanted to race like that. And I'm not going to race in here like that. So, but, I guess maybe if he would have dumped me somewhere along the way, sure. But I have no reason to treat him like that. So.
Fair enough. Again, man, solid run. Great second place finish. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
Nah, I don't think so. I can shout out my teammates. He tried to jump in tonight, but he wasn't. He didn't meet the requirements, I guess. So I'll give him a shout out. So me and my family are going on vacation, so I'm gonna miss the next couple weeks. I'm gonna miss everything in the next week. So I'll be itching to get back in here in 2 weeks. So.
Awesome, man! Great run tonight here this evening, and for me to you, man, I would drop kick my own mom to get a win, but that's just me. But good racing. You're a classier driver than I am, and congratulations, and we'll see you back here in a couple of weeks, man.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, lucky for me, my mom doesn't watch any of this stuff, so she'll never know that I said that. All right, as we move on and grab Colton Lanford and talk to him, our third place finisher here this evening. Hey, Colton, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, a heck of a race here this evening. I mean, you started all the way back in 14th position, moved all the way up into third, saw you up into second place, almost challenging for the lead there. So an incredible run here this evening for you. So kind of take me through your race a little bit and how you were able to work your way up through traffic as well as you did, and maybe a little bit what happened during qualifying.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, no, it was a great race. Just making my way up through the field. I was just getting early on. I was getting caught, left and right, but just kept getting fortunate to dodge the rest of the wrecks, and try and find the perfect spot to try and pass somebody. But no, that was great. And then qualifying, I had my steering ratio wrong. I meant to have it at 10-1, and I had it at 12-1. So I was real loose on the track, and I just tried to make sure I didn't wreck, because then I really had to start in the back.
Hey, Colton, congratulations on another top 3 finish, and get to talk to us. And Lanford Nation is having a blast in chat, so always great to see that. So, hey, man, someone's coming a theme with you. You coming out here with something special on your car each week. Why don't you tell us about your car for this week?
Oh yeah. So, I mean, I've grown up loving racing ever since I was real young, and my mom always was very supportive about me being a race car fan, and I would always tell her like where Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished during the on every Sunday, and so I always get a message from her after every race that I do, and she always tells me, congrats on the podium, or good luck next week. You've got this, or I'm real proud of you for giving it your all and staying on the track. And so my paint scheme today was kind of a tribute to my mom, just because she's my biggest fan, and I'm always happy to make her proud, and always have her, my dad, and my dog, cheering me on from home. So no, that's why I gave her the Elvis paint scheme, is because for as long as I can remember, she was a big Elvis fan.
Right on, man. That's pretty cool. So, again, congratulations. Another third place finish. Hopefully, you can feel your hands tonight. Anybody you need to thank, shout out, sponsors?
You ain't going to let me live that down, are you?
No.
No, sir. All right. Let's see. I really got to thank JBR Motorsports for, having me on the team, and I'm happy I can bring them another podium finish. Got to thank Magic Mike Motorsports and Hitman Motorsports for putting this whole thing together. And you can't forget about oh man, what is it? Oh yeah, Kinder Farm and Ranch.
Never be lonely at kinderonly.com.
Oh no. And I've also got to thank Goat Locker Racing for just putting on a great broadcast that everybody in Lanford Nation loves. And I'm always looking forward. Like, I always watch the race after the races, so see how much trash you guys are throwing my way.
Well, one thing you're going to notice real quickly is you must love your mom a lot more than I do, because you said a whole lot of nice things, and I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything nice in the last interview about mine. So,
well,
I hope that doesn't backfire on me. Mom, I love you. I love you to death. You're awesome. But if you were in the race car in front of me, I'm moving you.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you a little tap in the left rear quarter panel, and I'm just going to move by.
But congratulations, man. Always fun talking with you. Glad to see Lanford Nation on the podium here this evening, man, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week, man.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking forward to Monday night.
Awesome, man.
Well, y'all have a great one.
You too, brother. Well, a lot of fun here this evening, Jamie. Any final thoughts?
Again, could have done with some fewer cautions, but we got to see some good racing. Got to see a good tight finish. It was competitive. So, what more can you really ask for? The accidents are going to happen. It's just the nature of these cars. The tracks are, these small tracks we're running on. So I don't want to beat these guys up for too many cautions, but it was a good race.
Yeah, and I'd agree with you. I mean, you get on these short tracks and you beat and banging these street stocks, and you're going to have your fair share of cautions. I think the biggest thing that I always enjoy is when we talk to these drivers after the race. Nobody seems really mad at one another. Nobody seems really PO'd or any of that stuff. They just they enjoy coming out here and racing with each other, and I think they all have a good understanding that, things are going to happen. And they're just going to get back in the car next week and fight even harder. So that's always, it's good to hear, for sure.
Yeah.
And but a lot of, like I said, Lanford Nation here this evening should be real proud. Colton did a phenomenal job in that number 25, our biggest mover of the race. Gene Watkinson that ended up finishing ninth, and that 111 up 8 spots from where he had started. So a couple big movers here, throughout the race. And some of the guys had a little bit tougher of a night. Zachary Kitzler, qualified up in third, ended up bringing that car home in 11th, a lap down. We saw some guys, get into some difficulties there at the end, like Mike Vaith. I mean, end of this race was not friendly to him whatsoever, as he seemed like every time we turned around, that car was backwards or something was going on. And Magic will leave you alone. Know you had a rough night as well, but always good to see you out here on the track. And big thanks to everybody that puts this race on. We here at Go Locker Racing really enjoy being able to call these races, and glad to be a part of this Street Stock Series with Magic Mike and Phil the Hitman Manzo here on Monday evenings. But to all our sponsors that make this happen, from Jam Printing and Promotions to Gill Insurance Advisors to G2G Trailers and Travis Lee Creative, who is now hanging out on his honeymoon, and all the great veteran-owned businesses out there that support us. Big thank you, and we're off tomorrow. Wednesday, we will be at the Thunderstruck Series at Five Flag Speedway to end their season. And then Friday, we got some more playoffs, Jamie.
Yeah, can't wait. I thought I was going to have to miss that race, but iRacing kind of came through and just totally messed everything up with their EOL issues. So, I was out of town last weekend. I'll be in town this weekend, and I don't have to miss Wilkesboro.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Yep, and then we'll have more ARCA action Friday night. And, of course, Thursday, the Goat Locker Truck Series will fire back up. We were on a forced break last week thanks to iRacing, but we'll fire that right back up. And then, again, Sundays we'll be in the Rebel Truck Series, where just yesterday, Jamie was the big winner at Richmond Speedway. So congrats to you, and took over the points lead as well in the Sunday Rebels Truck Series.
Yeah, that was a blast last night at Richmond. That was a lot of fun. Very competitive. Man, it was kind of a couple different. We had different races going on. We had a really long one run that started the race off. I thought the race was going to go one direction, and it kind of turned and went another direction. And I think we just made the right call with stopping when we did. Got tires, and we rode it out the rest of the way. And I think that's what really paid off and made the difference for us. So, both of us with top 3 finishes. It was a great night for Goat Locker Racing, and can't wait to do it again next week at Atlanta.
Yeah, and so we'll sign off. Next week we'll come to you from New Smyrna Speedway, and then we'll be off to Charlotte, North Wilkesboro, the Bull Ring, and then finish out this series on August 23rd at Southern National. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and be sure to tune in on Wednesday night for the series finale of the Tour Modified Series with Thunderstruck. Take care, everybody.